Today I'm going to be covering this really good Cars ripoff. I watched it last night and it was a very good, well thought out, high quality film. So let's get right into it. So the movie starts off with this beautiful cinematic shot and then they play this Monsters Inc. type song and it's fire. So this is the main character Sparky and this is his dad who already looks done with him and we're 20 seconds into the film, so pray for this man. He's going through it. So they're just driving around this road and Sparky's driving really recklessly. And you know, making it dangerous for all the other cars around him because there's so many of them. Not cool, Sparky. So then Sparky hits the black puddle that makes you fly. We've all been there. So his dad has to pull him over and be like, yo Sparky, chill bro. You can't be driving like that. So Sparky is so pissed off that he starts singing.
I wish I could be...
Sparky, stop. This is not a musical.
No, it's a gulag.
Damn, bro, his dad's a hater. Sparky was about to hit that. So Sparky's dad is scolding him, and mid-scold, Sparky's like, I don't want to hear this anymore. So he speeds off doing flips and all. And okay, that was tough. So now we got Sparky weaving through cactuses like he's prime Barry Sanders. But then the cops see him going fast, and they pull him over. So Sparky's dad gets a ticket in a long, drawn-out process. And Sparky gets let off easy.
Sparky, you can't always charm your way out of tough situations.
So after Sparky gets in trouble, his dad says he's gonna bring him to his cousin Piston. Because apparently Piston is smart, and Sparky is not smart. So they drive off. But Piston is dead. And Sparky's dad reveals the reason he thinks Piston is dead is because of his wife, Diesel. He thinks they would have found him if she just reported him missing sooner. And then we have this really smooth transition to the next scene.
I never figured out what your cousin saw in that old bucket of bolts. Uh-oh, it's getting late.
So now we drive to a gas station and meet a bunch of characters who are all really cool. Then Sparky's dad looks at us like Jim from The Office. He's looking at me like, damn, you really watching this, huh? And yes I am. We meet Gracie, who's Sparky's sister, and they laugh at something. And then after that, we get this really good piece of dialogue.
Gracie, stop encouraging your brother. Why can't you be serious like Julia?
Good morning.
You can just tell she's all about business, man. She's serious. So Sparky's dad is talking to the gas pump, saying how he's gonna mature one day. Then he looks around and sees Sparky goofing off, and he tells him to shut up, which was a little mean, but luckily he saved himself.
No, Daddy almost said... Shut the door!
No one's door was open.
And then we have another really good piece of dialogue.
Sparky, stop wasting time. It's time for your car wash.
No!
Damn, Sparky? More like Stinky.
Help me! Help!
So Sparky gets in the car wash and then, well, look who just rolls up. Diesel. So Diesel has this little evil vibe to her, and she talks about how much she likes danger. So Diesel eventually drives off, and Sparky's dad tells the gas pump how nervous he would be if Sparky went down the wrong path. So something's telling me that Diesel might guide Sparky down the wrong path in this movie. I don't know, I'm just getting a vibe. That's just a silly prediction though, it probably won't happen. So now this lady car strolls in, and she's talking about how some little creature stole her gas. But everyone knew exactly what it was.
Gas leeches.
Gas leeches.
Then the pink car named Speedy cleans this lady's car in a very nice montage. But at the end, we find out she uses motor oil, so her windshield is not clean at all. Then the lady car's talking all about how she can't see, but her eyes are down there, not in the windshield. I don't understand that. I'm not picking up what they're putting down there. So now this car keeps driving in circles and moaning. And this goes on for a whole minute, and eventually she just drives away. So Sparky finally comes out of the car wash looking extra clean, extra fly, and then Diesel just spawns in and she's like, ooh, you looking snazzy. But then she tells him how he can look more snazzy by going to this place that'll make him look more like a sports car. So then Sparky just leaves, and I guess his dad never saw Sparky talking to the dangerous car that he was referring to earlier. But whatever, so Sparky pulls up to the little store thing, and he talks to the guy working there saying he wants
That, and that, and that, and definitely that.
So then they start adding
That, and that, and that.
to Sparky, and he starts screaming in pain. He sounds like he's in absolute agony, like he's in a saw trap or something. And then the worker drops this sick bar.
A few moments of pain for a lifetime of gain, mon amigo.
So now Sparky pops out and he's looking fly as shit. But when Sparky's dad sees him, he says he looks like an idiot, which I completely disagree. My car Sparky is dripped. But then they have this low-key wholesome interaction. Sparky cries and his dad says it's okay to make mistakes. Nice. But they end the conversation with him getting grounded. So Sparky drives a little, and then Diesel is there again, gassing up my boy Sparky, saying he looks fly as hell. She tells him specifically that he looks like a movie star named Hot Rod. And his new film with a lot of explosions and cool shit just came out, and he should totally go see it tonight. And you know damn well Sparky wants to see that because he's all reckless and stuff, but he mentions to Diesel that he's grounded. So what's he gonna do? But Diesel says to go to the movies while his dad's asleep so he'll never know. Sparky, that's evil. Shouldn't be doing that. And then the really smart pink car drives up, and Diesel recommends that she goes with Sparky. So they're gonna go to this movie tonight. So we fade to them in the theater, and Sparky is a sleepy little car, so he passes out. And that was like me when I watched The Wedding Planner. And I don't know if anyone else has seen The Wedding Planner. It's with J-Lo and Matthew McConaughey, and it's a brutal watch. Don't watch it. Anyway, the pink car gets really into the movie. And well, look who shows up. Gas leeches. They start sucking the gas out of them. So Sparky wakes up and realizes he's getting sucked. And then he drives away and tells the pink car to come with him. But she's too busy doing this.
Liz is in trouble!
So now Sparky's freaking out because he has no gas in him and he has to get all the way back to the gas station. So what's he gonna do? Well, we find out because we fast forward and an officer is bringing Sparky back to the gas station. And he immediately gets filled up. Him and his dad get into a whole argument now. Sparky says that his dad's being too controlling and Sparky's dad says, "You're a fucking idiot." Now Diesel's pulling up out of nowhere again. So Sparky tells her how he's tired of being treated like a baby, and then they talk about how cool the movie was. And so in this movie, there's a dangerous place called the Badlands. And the Badlands is
a place with no roads and no rules.
So Diesel tells Sparky that the Badlands are just over these mountains. And now his dad pulls up and hears him and Diesel talking about the Badlands. And he tells Sparky how dangerous they are. Now Sparky's dad goes to fix this dude's tires, and Diesel tells Sparky in the pink car that they should go to the Badlands together. So then Sparky's dad finishes the tires and shit, and they have a really good interaction.
Where are you guys off to?
Road trip! Yeah, we'll be back soon.
Well, stay in your lane and obey the speed limit.
And all I gotta say is, how do you not know your kid by now? You know damn well Sparky's going out to do something stupid. And you just grounded him. What are you doing, guy? And why do I even care? Alright, let's continue. So Sparky and the pink car arrive at the Badlands. And they drive very dangerously. And at this point, I'm scared for their lives. I'm hoping nothing bad happens to them, but I'm expecting the worst. So they eventually find this trophy called the Champions Cup, which is what the winner gets in a very dangerous race. So the pink car tells Sparky that he should speed run the course that they do the Champions Cup on and set a new world record. Now I'm like shaking in fear for Sparky. I don't want this car to die young, man. So what do you think Sparky's gonna do right now? If you said speedrun the course, you're correct. Why would he not speedrun the course? He's obviously a fucking idiot. So he's speedrunning it, and while driving, whatever this is meter is high, so he stops and says he wants to chill for a little bit. But then a few seconds later, he just drives away really fast. But who cares, because the pink car hits this dope-ass trick. But then Sparky says, "Yo, dog, we gotta chill." And that's his second time saying this, so maybe he's having like a little character arc or something. Something's going on with Sparky, man. Maybe he's becoming a better decision maker. Then these gunshots go off. I don't know what that was all about, but now we see Sparky's dad. I don't know, maybe it was just a tough gangster transition. So the gas pump ain't looking too well, and then we just go back to Sparky. I have no idea what the point of that was. Sparky tells the pink car that they should go back home, but then she easily convinces him, so he keeps on driving. So then they see Diesel here, and she says she needs a push to the gas station because she overheated. Then as they get close to Diesel, she puts boots on them. Then Sparky explains the situation.
It's a boot, Speedy. Diesel is carjacking us.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Sparky. So then Diesel calls up this truck and says these evil words.
Release the gas leeches.
So it's not looking good for old Sparky and the pink car. They look cooked. So the leeches start stealing all their gas, and the pink car still doesn't understand that Diesel is evil now. So they have this really good interaction.
Oh! Diesel, we need help! These leeches are bothering us!
They're my minions, you fool.
Who you calling fool?
So now Diesel tells the truck to shut her up, and then we have this really disturbing scene. The pink car is getting attacked. This is getting brutal out here. So when I saw this the first time, I had to turn it off, take a walk, and then come back to this because I was so disturbed. It's the last thing I wanted to happen to these cars, man. I'm sorry. So now Diesel says that she's gonna sell their metal for scraps, and that she's putting them out of their misery because the world is such a terrible place. But Sparky fires back and says the world is big and wonderful, and I agree, Sparky. It's big and wonderful. But this situation ain't looking too wonderful, Sparky. So now Sparky's crying and all, saying he should have listened to his dad. And then Diesel drops this line.
Don't cry. Die with dignity, like your cousin, Piston.
She reveals that she killed Piston and sold him for scraps. My God, this is dark. But then Sparky and the truck start doing this. And then Diesel says these chilling words.
Goodbye, Sparky.
But right before Sparky's about to get slimed, we hear this.
Move away from the red sports car.
Thank God, my prayers have been answered. Hallelujah. Sparky's saved. That was close. So the police car shoots this epic badass missile at Diesel, and the gas leeches all run away. Also, his dad was with the police car, so they fill him and the pink car up and make sure they're good to go. So Sparky thanks his dad for saving him life, and they drop this lesson.
Rules
Rules are really important. From now on, I'll never drive fast again.
Then his dad whips out his champion cup and starts flexing it in front of everyone. So apparently before Sparky was born, his dad broke the record for the course that they were doing earlier, and he won some cups, man. So now they're showing that Sparky's dad was just as dangerous as Sparky was when he was younger. He even has this little hood tattoo thing. So you could say Sparky's dad was a bit of a troublemaker back in the day. So now the cop takes Diesel to jail, and before they go back to the gas station, his dad says this.
Officer, there are no speed limits out here, right? Nope. Great. Who wants to race to the highway?
And now I'm confused, because I thought we were learning a lesson on being more careful and stuff, but his dad's just going on with the reckless stuff. So I don't understand that ending, I'm gonna be real. But anyway, thank you to the small group of people that worked on this movie. These were the shortest credits I've ever seen in my life, and I think it's really cool that you guys made a whole ass movie. It's a movie. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and you can comment whatever you want to comment. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.